Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, you're
I
absolutely.
can't believe we got it. Woo! Woo!
I
Really
love
like
it.
little technology right before we go live.
I know. It's seriously always like, no matter how many years I've done this, I'm always like sweating bullets before you go live. So
Right,
it's
right.
it's so funny. Hey, so glad to have you on with us. And honestly, it's been a huge privilege getting to know you over the last like year or so. So thanks for
Oh, you too. I love
me.
partnering with you guys. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
So
I'm so excited about today and the big launch. I cannot wait to
and
tell
it's
everybody.
National Animal Day, so it's like kind of apropos
I
for
know,
this
just
to happen right now.
super appropriate. Super appropriate.
Okay, so Dr. Roark, you've been in kind of the pet and animal world for a long time. Just a couple, I want to get to know you even a little bit better. Maybe our viewers also would love to understand a little bit more about you. For those that do not, many do, of course, in this audience. But first off, what are a couple of your hobbies? Just super curious about that, by the way.
Oh, I really I like a lot of things. My favorite thing to do, actually, you can probably tell by my background here, is I love, love, love to ride and show horses. So that's probably like my biggest kind of outside activity that I do outside of work. Of course, like all of my hobbies also include animals because I just love them so much. I love to take my dogs for walks. I love to go hiking. Love, love, love hiking, especially in the mountains, which we don't have a lot of in Texas. But I love visiting places that have mountains, and we love camping in our RV. My husband and I, and I actually really, really love to travel. It's one of my favorite things. I didn't get to travel much as a kid, even all the way through undergrad and vet school. Not much time to travel. But I did get to go to Spain for 3 weeks in vet school, and I was hooked. I'm like, this is incredible, seeing the different cultures, meeting the different people, and that sort of thing. So that is one of the things that essential oils in general have really kind of opened that door to be able to travel and do international speaking and things like that. So it's been really incredible.
That's amazing. So not only are you super versed just with your knowledge, but you experience it. It's funny. My daughters, their favorite thing, and I'm not kidding you, they tell me every day, I just want to like ride horses. That's it. And I'm always just, oh man, they did it in Utah, and now we're out here in California, and it's so expensive. It's such an expensive sport.
It is a sport of kings, we like to say.
Yes,
So
but
it's definitely a little bit more not very cost effective compared to having cats or dogs in the home.
that's
they,
right.
they eat a lot of food. The food costs money. But oh my gosh, I love my horse friends.
It's amazing. I love horses too. I rode them. I rode them growing up a little bit as well. But
I encourage your daughters to keep bugging you about this, though.
yes,
It's amazing.
they never will stop. In fact, one of the reasons why, because we did it in Utah like for the last several years, and one of the things we found is that 2 of the 4 girls that I have are super allergic to them, and so we've just combated that a little bit. But it's really no excuse because they don't care. They want to ride the horse. They don't care if they come home like totally sobbing.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Okay, so what does your kind of daily like routine look like? What do you do for work? Like I know you've written a couple books. Like tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So my life has changed a lot since Essential Oil Vet came into the world as a business. And what had happened was, I was practicing traditional, it's doing some a little bit of alternative things, learning acupuncture, things like that, having a more integrative practice. And then I found essential oils probably a little over 10 years ago now, and started to incorporate those into my practice after I started to see amazing results with myself and my family and my own health and my own animals, and doing a ton of research on it and seeing, okay, what about the safety? What about this? And just fell in love with it. And I found that, especially online, there was a lot of bad information out there. And so I started the Essential Oil Vet Facebook page. That's where I was at the time. And just to kind of like help educate people and give them the truth about essential oils and animals, what's safe, what's not safe, how to use them, that sort of thing. And holy Toledo, that went a little crazy. So people were like, oh my gosh, this information is so helpful. And
it really is. I mean, standing from our perspective and point of view, I mean, it's been very helpful. I mean, you have the big following on, Facebook, I don't know, 150,000 followers, whatever it is. But for us, that was like, yeah, okay, some people can have that, like a big following, whatever. Yeah, write a book. Like, there's a few people out there, and sometimes it's not. But then you dive into your material, and you're the real deal. And that's why we partnered with you, Dr.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah.
Yeah. Just education is such a passion of mine. It's my favorite part of practicing, actually, is to help owners really understand why things are the way they are and how to better help their animals. And I've always been extremely passionate about prevention as opposed to, trying to address things after the fact, and like this holistic approach to veterinary medicine. And so I started that page, and it went bonkers, right? And people were just like loving the information. They wanted more information. So I keep providing valuable education materials and things like that for free. And eventually it kind of morphed into, we created a membership, we created an animal aromatherapy certification course, like all of these things. And so it ended up being that I was working full-time on my practice and then full-time also on Essential Oil Vet. And I'm actually taking, able to kind of take a step back from my practice a little bit and really dive full into the Essential Oil Vet, just because it's grown so much. And really just, again, it's truly, truly my passion. And again, I get to help. My whole like vision in all of this is to really help as many animals as possible all over the world. So as a practicing vet, I can help, 15, 20 animals a day, depending on how many appointments I have. And then, but with this like online stuff, I can help millions of people and help them be able to help their own animals and really empower people. And I know you're really big on that, like with what you guys do, really empowering people to be able to be a healer in their own homes. And that's just incredible.
So I was telling my daughter, she's 10, and I was telling her a little bit about you. And she was like, that's what I want to be. I want to be her when I get older.
I love it. Yes.
It's no joke, because like my 10-year-old, she has the sweetest heart. I mean, if you step on like an ant around her, and and anybody that knows me, like my family members, anyone that's watching might like just laugh. Yep, that's her. She'll cry for like 30 minutes. If there's a spider or anything that gets hurt, she's like has the most tender heart. She's so funny. But she's all about animals. So she studies animals extensively. So what you're doing is anyway, it sounds like I kind of pulled out your why a little bit, which is pretty remarkable to hear that.
I just want to save all of the animals in the whole world. That's all.
Why did you partner?
Oh. Am I breaking up? Or are you breaking up? Hold on. Can you hear me still? Can you see me? Is it me? Oh no. I have no idea if this stream is still on or not, you guys. Oh my gosh. If you can hear me, let me know. Type in the chat. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's happening here. Let me check. Oh, it's Cy. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Hopefully he'll come back on. Yeah, I guess I can talk more about like my why, saving all of the animals in the whole universe, in the whole world. But yeah, I really love the impact of being the Essential Oil Vet, but also we're going to go into a partnership with Itovi. And I think that's what he was kind of going to get to here in the next minute of like, kind of like, why did I partner with Itovi? And the answer to that is really because Itovi has a similar vision. They really just want to thank you, Wendy. Thank you guys for telling me. Really to help as many people as possible and to empower people to be healers in their own home. And one of the hardest things with small children and especially with animals is that they don't have a voice. They can't tell us, oh, my throat hurts, or oh, I don't feel good. I'm my tummy hurts, or that sort of thing. And so having a scanner kind of capability can kind of give us a little bit of insight. And what I really like scanning are rescues, because a lot of times we don't have a history with those guys. We don't know what happened to them before they came into maybe a shelter situation or that sort of thing. But we're able to scan them and actually get some data that it gives us a starting point on what oils we can use with them and that sort of thing. It looks like Isaias is starting to is going to be able to come back on here. So I love that Itovi had this vision of being able to help every family member in the home, not just humans, but four-legged and even birds and things like that as well. And so we were able to come up with a plan. We've been working really hard on getting something together, and now are launching. Well, really want Cy to talk about like what they're launching today, because he has all of the insider information. But we now have a pet option on your Itovi scanners. So you can actually scan and it will give you the information for your pet. I know somebody posted here, like, I don't know how to scan. How do I scan a dog, or how do I scan my dog or cat? So there's some really good information about how to scan on the Itovi website. The biggest thing is you have to go kind of where there's no fur. So you might have to like part the hair a little bit. I really like to do kind of the groin area, like the leg pit, we call it, or the armpit. And you can also do like the ear if the ear is big enough, because there's a lot of times there's less hair in the ears. You can actually get skin on skin contact there. You can also do the paws or paw, in between the paw pads. Sometimes that's a little trickier with cats doing their paws. Putting one paw in each is actually really, really effective. And if you're still having trouble, what you can do is either get that area a little bit moist, like get it a little bit wet, and then put the scanner on there. It'll actually make really good contact doing it that way. And the other thing you can do is get a damp paper towel and kind of put it between the animal and the Itovi. It'll still scan really, really well. So it'll still scan very accurately when you can do that. Chantel, yes, you can scan animals. They updated it today. So there's a pet option. And I know somebody asked me about the earlier today, asked me about if they already have a profile, like a lot of folks, because I've been showing you guys how to use the Itovis with animals for years and years now. But if you already have a profile for your dog or your cat, you kind of maybe used a human profile or something like that. Right now, we're not able to like have you switch it over. So what you'll do is just need to create a new profile for those guys to have it be like a true pet profile. So I don't know if Cy wants to talk about anything else. Do you guys have any other questions about it? I can answer some questions maybe while he's trying to get his connection better. And yeah, there's even some like little demos on the Itovi website. So you can definitely check that out too. I don't know how to, let me see. I'm going to text him and see what's up. We were just talking about how tricky technology is. It's a little crazy. There is no extra fee for the pet option, actually. And you guys, they're actually going to be doing a really, really good sale coming up here. And Cy's going to talk about that. Okay. All right. I'm going to hop off and we're going to start the stream over again in Instagram. So we can hold it on there. Oh, Laura, you do have to hold the paw to kind of keep them still, but it actually doesn't disturb the scan. So sometimes it'll pick up some of your emotions a little bit sometimes. So just factor that in. But a lot of times our animals have very similar emotions to us. So definitely check that out. And it is launched already, Chantal. We launched it today. So you actually have it available on your iToby today. And you can get a lot more information from the iToby website, but I'll be sharing some more information too. And so, okay, I'm going to hop off and we're going to head back over to the Instagram and she's going to, and we're going to finish our stuff there, guys. Okay, bye, everybody.